Canada is bracing for impact as our male feminist in chief is talking about retaliatory measures for the incoming president, Donald Trump. What does future negotiations look like for Canada? Well, Ben Shapiro gives us a taste. Ladies and gents, welcome back. Well, Trudeau is betting the house that you can't afford. That's what's happening. We're talking about retaliatory measures instead of talking about actual trade negotiations here in Canada. Now, famously, Donald Trump has been trolling Justin Trudeau, and in response to these trolls, this is kind of what we get. This is really a perfect personification in an image of what is happening right now. Well, we have a horrible situation when it comes to our trade negotiations, and looking forward to what this might look like. Ben Shapiro, actually, speaking with Turning Point USA, gave a story talking about what past trade negotiations looked like for Canada with Donald Trump on the U.S. side and Prime Minister Justin Trudeau on our side. And this one really sums up what we're going to be looking forward to seeing.
The tariffs are really designed, not because tariffs are like fun and games. Tariffs are designed for President Trump as leverage. There is no one in the history of American politics who has used leverage better than President Trump. Right? He uses tariffs as a way of threatening countries to do what he wants. So I'll give you a story. I won't give you the source on the story because I don't want to betray confidence, but it's a great story, so I'm going to tell it anyway. Okay, so this is a story I'd never heard anywhere before. Here's the story. President Trump is meeting with Justin Trudeau, okay, who may or may not be Fidel Castro's son. In any case, and by the way, he's totally Fidel Castro's son. Anyway, he's meeting with Justin Trudeau, apparently, during the first administration, and he is asking for a bunch of things, right, for Canada to do. And Trudeau doesn't want to give all of them. So Trump says to his people, bring Justin here, bring Justin to me. So apparently they sit across from one another. And Trudeau is talking with the president, and President Trump says, Justin, I want you to tell me, if there were one thing I could do tomorrow to completely wreck the Canadian economy, what would it be? And Trudeau goes, well, I mean, Mr. President, there are a lot of things. You're a very powerful country, but, you know, if you tariffed our cars, it would be really, really bad. And Trump goes, Justin, I want to teach you a lesson. The first thing not to do in a negotiation is answer the question, if you could do one thing to destroy me, what would it be? So, of course, President Trump continues, I don't care about Canada. I only care about America. So I'm going to tariff all your cars unless you give me what you want. He got what he wanted. Okay, that's how I think President Trump thinks about tariffs.
This perfectly sums it up, just how much of an idiot, an imbecile our Prime Minister of Canada actually is. Now, I'm not sure if this story is accurate, but it seems to be par for the course for what we get with Justin Trudeau, with our male feminist in chief. Priorities, right? Priorities, Canada. Now, he famously said that he went after Trump and he brought in these retaliatory tariffs, and then that's what brought the trade negotiations to where we ended up with them. I don't know if that was such a great deal anyway, where we are, but what kind of leadership do we actually want here in Canada? Right now, we're worried that we may not see an election for, it could be up until October of 2025, but chances are we might see one come March, because February is when the guy who's holding us all hostage, Jagmeet Singh, finally gets his pension and no longer has to prop up the government. There's also the case of the Bloc Québécois that could also take down the government in the new year. We're yet to see that, but this is, if all else fails, we have Justin Trudeau as the negotiator in chief for our country. Now, we do have a chance with someone else, and this is Pierre Poilievre, who was just interviewed recently on CHCH News, and he was asked this.
Mr. Poilievre, if an election were called today and you won, would you have enough time to be prepared for Trump to take office?
Yes, because I'm already prepared. I know exactly what I want to do. We need to put Canada first. We need to counter the threat by projecting strength, and that means saying to President Trump that we will never be the 51st state. We are a strong, independent, proud nation. We also happen to be the best friend and closest neighbor to the biggest military and economic superpower the world has ever seen. President Trump has raised concerns about our border and military. We should address those concerns. We need to take back control of our border to stop drugs, guns, and illegal migration. We need to rebuild our military to secure the North. He's raised concerns about the issue of our state trade surplus. And what I would say to President Trump is that's almost entirely oil and gas. And if anyone's getting ripped off on that deal, it's us, because our fanatical politicians, activists, and gatekeeping bureaucrats have blocked us from refining and transporting our own oil and gas. So that's why we give it to the Americans at a huge discount from which they profit massively. If he wants to stop that arrangement, he would kill thousands of American jobs and drive up U.S. gas prices. So I think I can very easily convince him that it is in his interest to keep the border open to trade. The bottom line is President Trump wants to put America first. I want to put Canada first. The good news is that our countries share common interests and values, so both of us can win. And Canada will win when I'm Prime Minister, because we will have a strong leader who has the brains and backbone to defend our country.
That sounds amazing. I couldn't argue with that one bit. It would be amazing to see Canada come back as, well, I mean, we could be an economic powerhouse, this country. It's unbelievable the amount of resources that we have. And what have we been doing? We've been thwarting our own people from success in this country. And, you know, we have all the talks about how things will go with trade negotiations with the United States, with Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. But the reality is, what about our own trade within our own border? This is crazy. We have been thwarted by our Prime Minister for 9 years. And yeah, we'd like to see things come back. And if we want to have good trade negotiations with the United States, yes, we should have good leadership, but we also need good leadership to have good trade within our own borders. Our own country is, we're just totally tied. We're tied up. There's nothing we can do thanks to Trudeau and also his just lunatic environmental and let's focus on the mental. We need, if we want to be ecological, let's have some ecological solutions. And that's what I'd like to see moving forward. I'd like to see trade. I'd like to see more of the market economy happening here in Canada, because that is where we will find our strength. Anyway, I'd love to hear what you have to say in the comment section down below. How is this going to work out for the time being that we're still held hostage by Justin Trudeau as our leader in this country, as we clearly are looking for a new government? How do you think it's going to go? Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you in the next one. Keep on trucking.